Over the years, world history has seen many disturbing human beings walking within a crowd, alongside other people caped in their vicious inhuman selves, be it the serial killers or simply unwanted and cruel dictators. In this video of Mystery Amuse, we'll be looking at some of the most evil people that the world has known, but seem to be from a parallel universe. Why? Because of a kind of unexpected thinking and practices they've been caught doing. Number 1. José Delgado. Graduate of the University of Madrid, José Delgado, he afterwards took part in a fellowship at Yale University in 1946. The scientist was well recognized for being interested in a very strange area of study that made many of his peers uneasy. He looked into mind control. Maybe he was much ahead of his time. He used to implant electrodes into monkeys' brains, then utilize radio frequencies to make the creatures do challenging actions. But not till this point. Before entering a ring with the bull, he would implant electrodes into its brain, so that when it charged at him, he could halt it just before it hit him. He next started wiring up people, but unlike with animals, this time his technology was unable to control them. Only provoking violence was possible with the electrodes. Complete mind control was not possible. Delgado was not stopped by this. He carried on what he was doing, suggesting mind control for entire armies. We are not sure if he's from some other universe or only a dedicated scientist. Number 2. Robert G. Heath. Robert G. Heath, a different scientist who was working at Tulane University, discovered that by attaching electrodes to people's brains, he could deliver shocks that, depending on where he concentrated the shock, could either give them bursts of pleasure or agony. Imaginary, huh? Well, this is only the start. He used a little tube to inject acetylcholine into the brain, which caused a state that was similar to euphoria and caused some pretty pleasant side effects for people who received it. There is, however, a downside to this. He could also make the patients experience absolute torment, which led to many of them wishing he would simply murder them to put an end to their suffering. The fact that Heath was associated with the CIA's illegal MK-Ultra project, which conducted mind control research for the benefit of the government, leads us to believe that he is from another dimension. Number 3. Karl Klauberg. In 1942, Klauberg went to Heinrich Himmler and requested permission to acquire a significant number of women for research reasons from the German party leader at the time. His suggestion was approved. Was it an experiment or torture? The two. Now, Klauberg requested it because he wanted to determine the most economical method of sterilizing women. So, devoid of any analgesics, he would inject formaldehyde straight into their stomachs. Only 700 of the thousands of convicts on whom he conducted experiments lived, but everyone was left sterile. He would also attempt to create a monster by inseminating the other inmates and torturing them by lying and stating he had injected them with animal sperm. Why would you do that now? Number 4. Jack Parsons. A once respected scientist and California Institute of Technology graduate, Parsons made a complete 180 degrees turn in 1939 and embraced a philosophy-based religion movement founded by renowned magician Aleister Crowley. He immediately changed into a different person, frequently seen performing a pagan ritual by dancing naked over a fire. Later, Parsons became friends with the Scientology founder, and the two frequently made an effort to raise the mother of the Antichrist and call upon spirits, among other previously atypical behaviors. The techniques were somewhat unusual. Many others also believe that Jack Parsons' abrupt personality shift is a result of his origin in a parallel universe. We can't see how or why not. Number 5. Joseph FRITZL. Joseph FRITZL, who was born in Austria in 1935, with Rosemary when he was 21 years old. 7 babies were born to the couple. His terrible behavior started when he enticed Elizabeth, one of his daughters, into the basement, keeping her there for the next 24 years. He abused her continuously for 24 years, and she gave birth to 7 children while she was held captive. Over the years, many people were worried about Elizabeth's disappearance, but FRITZL would lie. He told them that he had no idea where she was and that she had run off to join a cult. One day, one of Elizabeth's offspring became ill, and she was able to persuade FRITZL to allow them to visit the hospital. Police were waiting to detain them when they got there. Elizabeth informed authorities of all her father had ever done to her and her family after making sure she would never be required to see him again. The awful man received a life term for his crimes. What sort of Earthian would do that to their own family? What was driving these individuals to practice such odd behavior is something no sane human can ever tell, perhaps. It's like they were being controlled or manipulated by some unearthly forces. What do you think? Also, did we miss to mention some more names to this list? Then tell us about them in the comments section. Also, if you found this content amusing till the end, then give it a like, share it, and keep watching Mystery Amuse. Subscribe and press the notification bell icon below to stay tuned with our latest videos. That's a wrap. Thanks for watching.